Hey guys, okay, round 2 because Tristan's cell phone crashed, so we'll see how this goes. But if you guys have questions or concerns or anything about nutrition, health, wellness, let us know. I want you guys to know classes are coming out this week. I think I did do some classes for the gut restoration on, hold on, I'm going to do this live on Instagram too. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. If you guys have questions, just shout, okay? But I'm going to update. Hi, Sherry. I'm going to update everyone. So we're going to do Instagram people as well, but we're answering your guys' questions. And then I'm going to make some announcements as well. So just kind of remind you guys, like, avocado fries are coming up.
Hi.
Like, Satori says hi.
Hi.
So 1 second, you guys. If you have questions, just shout, okay? Like, just shout. Yeah, Tennyson's trying to say hi to you guys.
Hi. Hey, Satori, it's my turn to say hi.
All right. Sorry, it might be chaotic because we're in the car. There's the Instagram as well. So I'm really sorry. But you guys, this is, if you're doing the gut restoration, I wonder if I should do Instagram Live. Should I?
Just
I'm a little concerned. Okay.
I mean, if Sherry's the only one on, hi Sherry.
Yeah. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Okay, Katie's on too. Okay, so people on Instagram, I am doing a live for my members on the Facebook group right now, so I'm going to be answering their questions. As soon as I'm done answering their questions and just making announcements, if people on Instagram have questions, we will answer those too. So typically weekly, what we do with the membership, with the gut restoration people, we do a live Q&A, 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And so concerns that they have about menu plans, concerns that they have about nutrition and health, we kind of answer them. So if you're tuning in and you're wondering what's going on, like, that's what's going on. So I'm going to be looking at actually 2 different phones. As you guys can see, 2 different phones. So, all right, members, few announcements. This is the final week for the gut restoration if we all start at the same time. There will be classes coming out. Now, please go back and review the class on the digestive aids. I'm actually going to be doing separate classes per, like, organ system. So that's going to be coming out this week. I will upload it on your guys' portals so you can access that. If you guys have questions, please just shout them out. Also on Instagram too. If you're new, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. So if you have questions, health questions, just shout them out. But I will be prioritizing Gutsy Health members' questions as well. So you guys, on Facebook, I did upload the recipes to the avocado fries. So make sure you are looking those up. They're kind of keto. I also posted the link to the spices because I don't have time to put spices together. So Tristan, what other announcements do we have?
If you are in the last week of the digestion program, then it's a really good time to reach out to us because this is where we help you come up with your plan going forward.
Yes.
Hopefully by now you've been doing it all for getting close to 4 weeks, and you should have noticed at least something. We don't expect full remission of all your digestive symptoms, but we do expect at least something to be shifting.
We've gotten like tons of really good reports from you guys. If you have been struggling, please reach out to us so we can chat with you and see what's going on, see if we need to tweak your digestive aids, see if you have maybe some food allergies. Reach out. That's why we're here, you guys.
There are also several people who had a lot of indicators of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And coming out of this program is a really good time to dive into the SIBO protocol, which is a pretty involved protocol. But now that you've been following the plan for a few weeks, it makes it a lot easier to do some of the nutritional parts of the SIBO protocol. So we need to talk about that sort of a thing. A lot of you had some major sleep things that we didn't really dive into a lot, but we'll want to talk about that because your sleep is actually really tightly related to your digestion and generally your nutritional health. So
that's Satori. One thing I did want to really point out, you guys, is how tied to your enteric nervous system your stress is. So, hey, she's okay. Tennyson, she's okay. This is how life is with kids. So, hold on one second. Hey, Ten, I will parent, baby. Thank you. Satori wants to say hi. There you go. She's saying hi. So you guys, let's talk about your enteric nervous system really fast. You stress and it shuts down. Your enteric nervous system is literally the second brain that controls all your digestive processes. In fact, 90%, so you have your vagus nerve, which goes from your brain to your guts, right? Your digestive organs. 90% of the information is actually flowing from your gut to your brain. Like, that's how much information is happening there. So your digestion, you guys, like, if you have been embarking on this gut restoration protocol and like you're not getting, and again, lots of you guys are getting really awesome results, but there might be some people that are frustrated. We really need to look at stress, because that nervous system is going to shut down when we're stressed. That nervous system shuts down when there's trauma. That nervous system shuts down when we're not sleeping. So again, please come and talk to us about any kind of issues that you might be having there, because when it comes to digestion, it's not just about nutrition. It's about efficiency, and it's about stress management and healing that nervous energy, because that nervous energy really can break you. So again, if anyone watching has questions, everyone's been really quiet. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Let's see, suggestions for first foods for babies. We actually, okay, so I'm answering on Instagram here. We actually did a podcast today on that and on feeding children. So first foods for babies, always steamed veggies. Like, cut them up really small. That's my quick answer.
And veggies, not
veggies,
fruits.
not fruits.
As soon as you go to fruits, they'll never want veggies again.
Right, exactly. So let's see. Does anyone else have questions on the Facebook group? Because you guys have all been really quiet. Any other questions, you guys?
I mean, the Facebookers have access to us all the time,
you guys,
so.
I know. So they ask our
shouldn't
questions
have
throughout the
questions
week.
like that.
Yeah. But do we have any other announcements as far as membership stuff goes for
No,
them?
by now you've probably all figured it out, members, but we have switched how we get the meal plans to you. They have their own little product category in the membership website. So if you have had trouble finding those, let us know, but that's probably where they are.
Okay, 2 questions here. If you bloat a little with a veggie, do you stay away from that or what? Sherry, what veggie is it? Cabbage. I bloat a little after I ate it. Okay, so you need to cook it a little bit more. If you are still bloating, then let's cut it out or add more Zypan or Enzicor. But cook that cabbage just a little bit more. That can be a little bit tough with the, did the kids go inside?
They did, yeah.
So
cruciferous vegetables, of which broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, they're all in that category. They do contain a lot of sulfur, and it's very, very common for people to have digestive issues with those foods. Cooking can often help resolve that, but sometimes we have to do more healing before we can handle them super well. So
cook it really good. If it's still causing a problem, then don't do it for a while until you heal. What foods are most important to get organic? Katie, I'm going to post a list of, and you guys can just look it up, the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. So there we go. What's happening?
All right, there you go.
Okay. So again, sorry, we're having cell phone issues. So Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen, I'm going to get you guys a list. I'm going to post it in the Facebook group. Try keep to that as much as possible.
The ideal world scenario would be everything organic.
Yeah.
Because even without the Dirty Dozen stuff coming into play, generally speaking, organic food is just more nutrient dense. It has more of the good minerals and things that you need.
Yeah.
So
did the kids go in the house?
they did.
Okay,
and
I didn't
your parents
see
probably think we just
dropped them
off.
We're at my parents' house right now. Okay, there were any other questions? Sherry, I love cabbage too. It's so good for you, you guys. Some questions here on Instagram. As someone just starting to embark on a healing and more toxic-free journey, what are some good first steps? Ooh, that's a hard one. First step, honestly, if you can just go through your pantry. go through your pantry. If it's inorganic flours, if it's sugar, if it's processed food, get it out the house. Like, that's the first step, is clean out your pantry, clean out your fridge.
What I would do even before you get to that step is go to our website, mygutsyhealth.com/blog/philosophy. That covers our general, here's what we think you need to get into your system, here's the stuff that you probably want to avoid.
Yeah.
And then use that list to clear out everything in your pantries that doesn't fit that list. And honestly, if it's a processed food, you probably don't need it there, right? We want whole foods as much as possible.
So real quick, Sherry's comment, I can't believe how much I love and crave the smoothies because they're so good.
Once you get
It's
used
like,
to
once you get used to them, they're so amazing,
they're not so
right?
good the first time for most people.
No, like, a lot of people struggle the first week, but like, I can't wait for my lemon infused smoothies and ginger. Like, lemon and ginger in a smoothie, oh, it's so good. Carrie Cut Sugar, I've been listening. So proud of you. Carrie, you're doing amazing, by the way. But again, like, we're baby steps, you guys. You guys are all doing awesome with your programs and listening to your bodies. I saw a question here about autoimmune paleo, and I'm looking for it. Yeah, Sherry says, yes, the first week I was like, oh man, these are hard to get down, but you kept going. And now you crave it because your body loves healthy food. There was a question here about autoimmune paleo. Is AIP, autoimmune paleo, good for getting a healthy gut? If you have inflammation, so here's my stuff about autoimmune paleo. Yes, because it gets rid of all the inflammatory or potentially inflammatory foods, the ones that people have a harder time digesting, but you don't want to do it long term. So if you have gut issues and you have no idea what to do autoimmune paleo for like 3 to 4 months, and then slowly start reincorporating, nuts, for instance. Start with nuts and then go to, what would you reincorporate?
Well, seeds.
Nuts and seeds.
Same thing.
But I don't like autoimmune paleo long term. I keep going from like phone to phone. I don't like autoimmune paleo long term. And this also feels very weird to see like two of me. Just because you're missing a lot of nutrients from like nuts and seeds and all of that. Legumes, is that autoimmune paleo? You cut that out. You got to cut out beans too, and beans are so great for fiber. But again,
they're fine. You don't.
They're really good. I like them.
I don't care about them.
but here's the thing: is if you can't handle it, then you have to heal your gut, and so autoimmune paleo is a really good baseline. So yes.
The other piece of that is it depends on what needs to heal in your gut, because gut healing isn't a singular thing that happens or doesn't happen. There are lots of things that can go wrong with your gut. It could be an upper digestive issue where you don't have enough hydrochloric acid, or it could be a lower digestive issue where there's inflammation in your small intestine so you can't absorb nutrients.
Yeah.
It could be a bacterial overgrowth thing, and depending on what's going on with you, there's really a different approach to fixing it.
Yeah.
And some of those things require more intensive measures where we have to add in different supplements or things.
Right. So Carrie said no legumes or nightshades in autoimmune paleo. That's right. Thank you. Like, I always forget, like, because they all have all their
are really
can be
tricky,
really
so.
inflammatory. What exactly do you mean by inflammation? So inflammation, particularly in the gut, is pain, bloat, gassiness, diarrhea, constipation, pain in your gallbladder, pain in your pancreas, just pain in general. Just feels like your guts are on fire. That's what inflammation is. Any other questions, you guys? Really, just feel free to like shoot. We did record a podcast today for those who are just cluing in on feeding kids and helping their nervous systems, and there's like, kids with ADD, ADHD, sleep problems. So look out for that. That one's probably going to be released when?
Probably in, 3
Not
or
this
4
week,
weeks.
but maybe the next week or the next week.
Anyway, it'll be next month someday. However, we do have our Gutsy Family podcast support thing, and we're doing early access to all our episodes for people who are at I think it's the $5 support tier. So some of you will actually be getting access to it probably later today, which is pretty cool for you guys.
So classic signs of SIBO and improvements we may have seen during these 4 weeks. So Katie, if you can be a little bit more specific. So classic signs of SIBO, doesn't matter what you do or what you eat, you are bloated and gassy.
And that bloat tends to increase over the course
Over
of the
the
day.
day.
So you wake up feeling good and flat, and then by the end of the day, you feel like you're pregnant.
Yep.
Go to gutsy.ch/SIBO if you want to take the questionnaire on that, and that'll give you a very rough guide of how likely it is you've got that.
Yeah, like go take the SIBO quiz, you guys. Let's see, improvements we may have seen during these 4 weeks. So improvements that a lot of people have been noticing is decreased pain, improved digestion. Some people said even within like the first week, their digestion improved by like 75%. Less bloat, less gassiness. Again, it's only the beginning. If you are not getting improvements, you guys, that's what the program's for. Reach out to us, talk to us, because we're wrapping up. A lot of you are wrapping up with the gut restoration program. So please come and talk to us if you're not getting the results that you are looking for.
And some of these conditions, they take longer to see the results. If we do have a dysbiosis situation in the gut, that doesn't just go away over the course of a few weeks for most people. So, it varies, but that's why we do need to talk with you and make sure we know everything.
Carrie's asking if you test height in SIBO, what to do. Are you ready to hear this? Because it's not fun.
There's a whole protocol that goes with it. There's basically 3 parts, and we cycle through them. It's the weed, feed, and seed phases. With the weeding, we're killing off bacteria that aren't supposed to be there, and then with the seed and feed, we're trying to feed the good stuff and basically restore balance in the gut. But it can take anywhere from 1 month in some cases to a year in more extreme cases. And there's also, depending on your particular situation, there are foods that are restricted that normally would be very healthy foods, specifically different groups in the FODMAPs category. So we kind of do an elimination style thing to figure out which of the FODMAPs are particularly problematic for you, and then we keep you off of those until we get things all healed up.
Carrie, if you don't mind me talking a little bit about your case, I hope you don't have SIBO. We're going to have you take the SIBO test. I think you have a histamine intolerance, friend, which is why we need to be really slow with your digestive aids, and so give you a break. Because what happened, Carrie, if you don't want me talking about this, thank you.
Okay.
So, I was gonna stop. But what happened was we put Carrie on some digestive aids, and she reacted really badly to them. And it sounded very much like a histamine intolerance. So it was just something too fast, not foreign, but like very potent. And so when the body is in a heightened state of inflammation, it's going to react to anything like it's a foe. And so in Carrie's situation, I think if we can get you to a point where we can support the digestion, then your symptoms that are mimicking SIBO can improve. Now, if we can get you on those digestive aids and you're still not improving, then we're gonna go to SIBO and say, okay. But friend, I'm not super, Tristan might have a different opinion. Carrie, I'm not super comfortable putting you on SIBO until we can get your immune response down.
Yeah, and if there is a histamine thing going on, that's an entirely different program. Because with histamine or mast cell activation disorder, there's a whole different category of foods that are either histamine releasers, liberators, or histamine containing foods. And we would need to kind of restrict those to see if we get good results. So but you bring up a very good point, and your case is, I would say, a little bit more unique, and so that's why we've been working more closely with you, trying to monitor your symptoms. Like, we're just gonna I want to retry a few things a lot slower next time, because I don't think they weren't working. I just think it was too fast. So when you're ready, once you've recovered from the trauma of last time.
I know. I've had allergies to things my entire life, and that's the problem. Like, that's histamine right there. So we need to figure out around, and that's just what my gut says. Again, if we go straight to SIBO, I'm just scared you're just going to be histamine flaring up all over the place. So if you guys have any more questions here, I'm going to look over here really fast. Members, ask your questions away. Like I said, we are prioritizing that. But in the meantime, let's see. We've had some kids. Oh my gosh, kids with acid reflux. Why is this happening?
It's all the refined carbs and sugars.
Okay, so
for the most part.
Yep, cut out the sugars, cut out the carbs. You guys cut out the soda. One thing you can do is digest for your kids. So you're gonna have to buy Digest Forte if your kid, your 5-year-old, is having heartburn or indigestion. Grind it up and then have them chug it down, and then wait like 5 minutes and then let them eat and see if that works. Also have them sip on apple cider vinegar water. So I have a menu, a recipe for that on my Instagram page, you guys. Members, anything else? Please reach out to us. We'll send out an email too, just saying, how did everything go? I know I've asked a billion times before, but I'd love any additional advice on how to get my family and oh no, you guys still there? Can you hold that? Husband and toddler to eat better, healthier foods. You guys might not like my answers. I'm like a tough love person. I'm like, oh, if you want to make your own food, you can. If you want to go to McDonald's, you can.
Husbands are really hard, especially
they're
if
harder
they
than
work
kids.
full time, because they'll go to work and they'll
Yeah.
eat whatever they want for lunch, and then it's harder to retrain your taste buds if you're constantly barraging them with the chemicals of fast food.
Mm-hmm. So again, with kids, you guys, it's just exposure therapy. We've done a few podcast episodes on that. But like, kids will not starve themselves, I promise. Like, they either eat the food or they don't, and then they'll wake up really hungry the next day, and then they'll be like, feed me anything. So that's
But that can be a hard thing to go through as a parent.
Here's the thing, we have boundaries. Hold that, because I want to see Sherry's question. We have boundaries with school, right? You hate school, you got to go to school anyways. You hate vegetables, I'm sorry, you got to eat anyways, right? So eat the
it really is about training your taste buds, which means that even if you absolutely hate vegetables, as long as that's the only thing that you have access to, eventually things will adjust and you will start to experience more pleasure from those foods. I promise you. But it doesn't work if you continue to expose yourself to really sugary, really satisfying foods that have been chemically altered to maximize pleasure.
Why is your screen here so dark?
I don't know.
What happened?
It's just us. It's not.
Okay. Okay, my daughter went to a party and ate cotton candy and felt horrible.
Good.
Bad heartache and not. Yes, haha, see, sugar makes you sick. It does.
Yeah.
And it's so nice when you educate them on that and then they figure it out for themselves. You know, like and you educating them on, when you eat this, these things can happen, and then they experience that. You don't have to be like, haha, I told you. Yeah. Although it feels pretty good. Just kidding. But they figure it out and they're like, oh wow, food really does affect me so much. Yeah. My teen son is so hard.
One more thing on the getting family to eat better. The menus that we make for the membership, the really Unique makes, they are tasty.
They're so tasty.
We've had so many people report. Even my husband would eat it, and he's the pickiest eater in the family.
One of our members came in last week with her husband and daughter, and he said, my wife has been on so many diet plans. This has been the tastiest one she's ever been on. And I'm like, yes, vegetables can taste so good.
Because we're not doing anything weird. We're just getting back to what we should have been eating all along, right?
Hold on, don't go in yet, because there's a few more questions, you guys. Anything else, members? Remember, go look up those avocado fries because they're good. They're so good. And then I put one more reminder. I put a link in the spices in the comments. So order that on Amazon, or if you're local, get it from Sprouts because that's where we bought it from. Let's see. After my muscle, tight and contracted with lots of knots. Any advice? Any advice on rosacea? Heal your gut. Get rid of inflammatory foods like sugar, processed foods, carbs. Skin disorders, you guys, is just a reflection of what's going on in your gut. So when you have skin stuff, you have gut stuff going on. My husband has gut pain, distress, diarrhea when he's about to get in the car. Or play sports he enjoys. We have tried elimination diet for allergens and CBD. No luck. Any advice? He probably needs digestive aids, and stress management. So I would say digestive enzymes would help a ton. Let's see. If you live in another state, can you do a DNA test? So no, because I need the hair live. That sounds weird. I need the roots before 3 minutes because then it starts to oxidize. So but we can do blood work. So if you're out of state, we can do your blood work. And we do that a lot actually. So Tristan does that. Anything else, you guys? I crave healthy, more bland whole foods now. Yes, because your taste buds change. What you feed breeds. So when you feed the good guys, and they populate themselves, and then you crave more of that stuff.
It's not actually bland food, which you're now finding. It's just it tastes bland in comparison to the frankenfoods that are synthetically maximized in terms of the taste, right? Mm-hmm.
So I sorry, I probably wasn't clear about the blood work. So if you're not local and you can't do the hair DNA analysis, you guys, then you can do blood work. So you get your blood drawn wherever you're at, and then then you send us the results, and then we go over that. We have our labs that we like to check for. If you go to provohealth.com/labs, you'll see the list that we request. So if your doctor is willing to draw that for you and your insurance can pay for it, awesome. All right, members, no one else is asking questions here. Everyone's quiet. Again, we're answering your questions all week long, but I just want you guys to know we're here if you have more questions. And we'll just keep doing this every Sunday. And I didn't hear which ones you suggested. I have a saved story. I think it's my most recent one about digestive aids. So you can go ahead and watch that. And hopefully that'll make more sense. Alrighty, guys, if nobody has any more questions, we're going to go and so peace. Members, what are the benefits of a membership? You become a member. So what the membership is if you are kind of new to the health world and new to navigating your health and wellness and don't know what to do, and you're overwhelmed by meal planning and you don't know what it looks like to eat healthy, Sherry, you're so welcome. You guys are awesome, by the way. Sorry, I'm looking at the members things here. What the is when you join, I actually send out weekly meal plans to all the members. I've been trying this and this, what do you think is happening? Then we kind of chime in and we say, well, try this or that, or try this and let's see. So we're helping you figure out your health. Not only that, but trying to a lot of healing, you guys, is through nutrition, and the nutrition is the scariest, most overwhelming part. And so the membership really just gives it to you. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think, what am I eating this week? How do I eat well? Because I've designed it for you. So there's 3 different meal plans that are released every single week. There's the full menu plan. So that's breakfast, snacks, lunch, snacks, dinners, desserts. There's always dessert because why is that? so that only accommodate your intermittent fasting. If you are completely stressed out and health